Hello guys. Today we're going to be talking about idolizing success. And I don't want to talk about it because I'm going through it right now. And I know some of you guys may be going through it as well. And some of you guys who's probably watching this video is like, what do you mean idolizing success? Yeah, let's start talking about it. So, not too long ago, I was sitting down, praying, crying to God, because I ain't gonna lie, I be doing that. Your girl be in tears, okay? I be crying. And I'm crying to God. I'm like trying to figure out my life. I'm like, what is going wrong, right? I'm like, I just keep feeling like I'm failing at life. I'm all emotion. I know God be sick of me. So I'm super emotional. I'm like, I'm not understanding what's wrong, right? And God say things, right? But he say it in the right timing. Because I'm thinking I'm doing everything right. And he'll hit you with something that make you go. He was like, you're idolizing success. That's your issue. And I was like, well, I thought that was a great trait to want to be successful in a push. And I remember for the last year and a half, I've been praying like, God, I just want to be successful. I want to be successful. That's all I kept asking God. I'm like, I just know that's what I'm meant to do. I know I'm supposed to be successful in my business, all that. And I'm like saying it. And he was like, you're idolizing success way too much. Right? And he was like, to be better for me, I got to be obedient to him. And that shook me, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. If you ever been there, you've been talking to God, and then he hit you with something that make you go, ooh, like, damn. I thought I was being obedient. But in actuality, I really wasn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, and now it's been instilled in my head, I really wasn't being obedient to God. I'm telling him everything I want, and I'm like fighting for my life to be successful. Like I even looked at my past jobs. Like I would not do things. Like I would put the job before any and everybody, and even myself, even my own sanity. Okay, because I'm like, I want to be successful. That's all I want to do. I want to be that girl, right? Who's making all this money, who got all this, and once I get here, then I had a free time to do everything else. No. And because of that, I neglected myself, not even knowing it. Neglecting my health. Shoot, because my body used to be body, and then the girl got thick. Neglected the hell of my health, okay? I neglected, my relationships with people, which is, really, really bad, because I'm a great friend. I'm one of those friends, if you need anything, you can depend on me, right? And, I have a lot of strong attributes when it comes to that I was able, of being a friend, to make me a great friend in business as well. But I didn't know I was neglecting myself by doing that, and neglecting my other friendships that I had, right? And then also, I lost my happiness in a way. I didn't even notice, but I lost a part of me because I was fighting for something for so long. And I'm wondering why I'm not getting to where I want to be. I'm not getting what I really want. And it's because I'm fighting for something that God didn't even want for me. I remember prior, a year ago, he was like, you're going to be successful regardless. But if you don't do it my way, what's the point? And I didn't even understand that at first. As you think, you're like, damn. I didn't understand that at first, but I'm fighting for my life for something that God doesn't want for me in that way. And he been saying lately for me to speak to his people. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm I'm trying to be obedient, and I'm trying to talk about my own self and how to better myself, and helping you guys with it as well. But at this point, I don't know what I'm doing. And I tell God all the time, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Because I thought what I was doing was right. But in actuality, it wasn't. That was not right. So now I'm transferring that to what I think God wants me to do. Because I'm doing what he said. So I'm trying to be obedient. But I'm not going to lie. It can be really hard. And I felt really defeated. Because I'm like, what am I doing? And I felt like a failure. And I kept saying it. I'm like, I just keep feeling that life. I keep feeling that life. And God was like, why do you keep saying that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, you keep looking at it as this is something negative. And I'm like, It is. And he's like, no, it's not negative. Why don't you look at the positive from when you started this? He was like, you didn't know, so how could you have failed? You didn't know, which I didn't. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then he was like, let's look at the good that came from this experience and you now knowing what good came from it. And I'm like, well, I'm closer to you. I'm like, so that's something good. He's like, right, all right, you closer to me. What's up? What else? Come on, next. And I'm like, well, also, not only the relationship with you, but like, I actually read my Bible. I wasn't doing that before. He was like, okay. I'm like, and me reading the Bible actually upgraded your girl vocabulary. I was like, you know what? I'm learning words that if I heard before, I didn't really know the full meaning of it. And if I do read something in the Bible that I don't understand, I'm like, let me go and research that. Let me look that up so I can understand the full meaning and full context of it. So I'm like, that's better. He's like, yeah, what else? And he just comes on, what else mean? I'm like, well, like, I have more understanding of not only you, but myself. So that also makes me less harder on myself because I have that understanding. He's like, yeah, what else? And he just kept saying, what else? So now I'm just making a list of all the things that are better. And he's like, okay, so why you see this as a bad thing? Why do you think you're a failure? And I was like, damn. Okay, you're right. I'm not a failure. I think sometimes us as people, and I know not only for me, but you guys probably as well, you think you're failing and you think you're not doing things right because it hasn't appeared in the physical realm, right? Right? In the natural realm, you haven't seen it here. But like internally, I am getting better, right? My spirit's getting better. My inside's getting better. Shoot, I am even getting more healthier, okay? So like that's something great that's happening that I wasn't even understanding at first, right? So I just think not only myself, but also everyone else, we should stop being so hard on ourselves and stop fighting ourselves. This is amazing me because I'll be fighting myself. Good things are coming, right? But good things won't come if you keep your thoughts and you keep your feelings in a negative stage. And by me understanding that, right, me, beforehand, I would have been crying about this for weeks. I only cried about this for not even a whole 24 hours. That was like a 8-hour sob, right? I went to sleep, so I'm accounting to sleep. Then I woke up and I was a little sad. And then when when God really hit me again, it came back. But so I am getting better. But we put ourselves in that negative bubble and then we expect good to come out of it. Your whole frequency is moving negative. Your whole frequency is down to the ground. Me thinking I'm a failure, that's not real. My 20s has been great. I have accomplished so much. So much. I have accomplished a lot. I have done a lot. I have traveled to many places. I have did some great things. I have helped so many people, right? If they can admit it or not, the amount of love that I have given out to the world, I've done a lot, right? So when you really look at it, the point of me flowing in that negative frequency, that ain't real. That ain't me. That ain't me. So once I understood it, I was like, yeah, that's me. That's my own negativity. Those feelings ain't real. So because now I know those feelings ain't real and they ain't me, I can now move forward. And I don't know where I'm going to be in the next 6 months or a year, but I know if I'm obedient to God, it's going to come out in the physical realm. It's going to start showing. So I think the best thing for us to do is to understand that God sees us, God's hear us, and He wants better for us. But we got to take those action steps, and we got to be obedient to Him. When He say to jump, we jumping. We not even asking questions. So that's what I'm doing. And I hope you all can do the same thing. Okay?